In Buddhist wisdom, the entrance door is seen as a crucial point where energies enter and leave our home. Placing salt near the entrance door is a simple yet powerful ritual that protects the environment from negative energies and attracts positive vibrations. Tradition teaches that salt, with its purifying properties, acts as a spiritual barrier, filtering negative influences and creating an atmosphere of peace and harmony. An ancient Buddhist story tells of a man who lived in constant conflict and misery. One day, he consulted a spiritual master who suggested placing salt in a small container by his front door. Initially skeptical, the man followed the advice. Over time, he noticed a drastic change in the family environment. Arguments diminished, the atmosphere became lighter, and even his financial luck began to shift. Like in the story, placing a small amount of salt near your entrance door sets a clear intention for protection and prosperity. This symbolic act invites negative energy to stay outside while good vibes and abundance enter. It's not just about superstition, but about creating a mindful environment where every detail counts for energy balance. If you feel that your home has been weighed down by negativity, try this practice. When you walk into your home, notice the difference. The salt will silently work to keep the energy light and protected, transforming your doorway into a portal of good energies, harmonizing the entire environment. In modern life, the work environment can become a place of stress and pressure, often affecting our productivity and well-being. However, small spiritual practices can transform this environment into a space of focus and success. Placing salt on your work desk is one of these powerful rituals, originating from ancient teachings, which serves to attract prosperity and ward off negative influences. One of the most well-known stories about using salt in the workspace comes from Buddhist tradition. Once, a young apprentice found himself unmotivated in his daily tasks. He felt that no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't gain recognition or progress in his career. When seeking guidance from a monk, he was advised to place a small jar of salt on his desk. Intrigued, the apprentice followed the suggestion. As the days passed, he noticed not only his disposition improved, but new opportunities began to arise. This practice works by the salt's ability to purify and stabilize the surrounding energy. By placing salt on your desk, you create an environment that fosters concentration, success, and personal growth. The salt absorbs any negative charge that may be blocking your progress, helping you maintain a positive attitude and attract opportunities. For those who work in challenging or chaotic environments, this practice can be even more effective. It serves as a daily reminder that, despite difficulties, it is possible to keep a clear mind and focus on your goals. Placing salt on your work desk is a symbolic act that opens the door to new achievements and abundance in your professional life. The kitchen, at the heart of the house, is much more than a place for preparing food. It is the space where the energy of nourishment and family interaction manifests. According to Buddhist practices, placing salt in the kitchen is a way to ensure that the energy flow in this vital space remains clean, positive, and harmonious. In ancient traditions, salt has always been seen as a powerful purifier. It is capable of absorbing and neutralizing negative energies, protecting the home from unwanted influences. In a Buddhist story, a family faced constant arguments and disharmony. A monk, invited for dinner, noticed the heavy energy in the environment. Upon leaving, he left a small jar of salt in the kitchen and advised the family to keep it there. Over time, the once tense home became more welcoming, and harmony was restored. This practice symbolizes the purification of the energy circulating in the house. By placing a jar of salt in the kitchen, you ensure that the space where food is prepared and where the family gathers is always filled with good vibrations. This not only promotes a healthier environment, but also strengthens the connection between family members. Keeping salt visible in the kitchen is a daily reminder that it is possible to create a space of peace and positivity, even in the most routine tasks. It is a way to elevate the energy of the environment, helping to transform the kitchen into a true sanctuary of harmony and well-being for everyone who lives there. The bathroom, often overlooked in energy purification practices, is one of the most important spaces in our home. According to Buddhist wisdom, It is the place where we cleanse not only our bodies but also the energies we accumulate throughout the day. Placing salt in the bathroom can be a simple but highly effective practice to transform the energy of this space. A common Zen Buddhist story speaks of a woman who was constantly tired, unable to understand the source of her exhaustion. A spiritual master suggested that she place salt in the corners of her bathroom, a place where negative energy might be accumulating. After following the advice, she began to feel a subtle but significant difference. Her baths became more revitalizing and her energy was restored. In this context, salt acts as an absorber of dense energies released during the use of the bathroom. By placing it in strategic corners or in a small container in the area, it purifies the environment, making it lighter and more conducive to energy renewal. If you're looking to transform your bathroom into a space for relaxation and healing, this practice is essential. Each time you enter, you'll feel the difference. The air seems fresher, the environment cleaner, not just physically, but spiritually. Incorporating this practice into your daily routine helps create a space that facilitates well-being, not only during moments of self-care, but throughout your routine. One of the most discreet and effective ways to use salt for spiritual protection is to place it under the doormat of the entrance door. This practice, rooted in Buddhist traditions, creates an invisible barrier that prevents negative energies from entering the home while attracting protection and peace. It's said that in a small mountain village, a man suffered from constant misfortune. Desperate, he sought the guidance of a monk who suggested a simple ritual: placing a small amount of salt under the doormat of his house. The man, initially skeptical, followed the advice. Over time, he noticed the energy in his home changed. Negativity gave way to a lighter, more harmonious environment. The salt, placed under the doormat, absorbs the negative vibrations that may enter with visitors or be present outside. It's a silent method of protection but highly effective. With every step you take when entering your home, the salt works to neutralize any dense energy, allowing you and your family to maintain inner harmony. This simple gesture can have a profound impact on the atmosphere of your home. Like in the story, it creates a safe, protected space where peace and positivity can flourish. By incorporating this practice into your routine, you commit to protecting your energy and that of your family, ensuring your home is always a refuge of tranquility. A lesser-known but extremely powerful practice is placing a small amount of salt in your shoes. This tradition, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, is used to protect the body and mind from negative influences throughout the day, while promoting physical and mental well-being. There is an old story that tells of a monk who, every morning, placed a handful of salt in his shoes before beginning his walks through the villages. He believed the salt protected him from bad energies and purified his path. Over time, villagers noticed that whenever the monk passed by, the atmosphere around him seemed lighter and calmer. This practice works because salt has purifying properties that, when placed in shoes, help absorb negative energies before they enter your body or mind. By walking with salt in your shoes, you are symbolically purifying your path, ensuring that your journey is filled with positivity and protection. Additionally, this ritual is a way to remind us that small, mindful actions can have a profound impact on our daily lives. Each step you take becomes an opportunity to renew your energy and protect yourself from external influences. By incorporating this practice, you strengthen your connection to spiritual and physical balance, promoting a lighter and safer walk. Placing salt in the corners of the house is a common practice in many ancient cultures, including Buddhism. It is believed that corners are places where energies tend to accumulate and stagnate. By placing salt in these points, you create a protective barrier that neutralizes negative influences and allows positive energy to flow freely through the environment. A Buddhist story tells of a young woman who moved into a new house but soon began to feel a heavy energy in the environment. She consulted a master who suggested placing salt in each corner of the rooms. Shortly after following the advice, the energy of the house began to change. The environment became lighter, and the feeling of discomfort disappeared. This practice is effective because salt, with its natural properties, acts as a filter, absorbing negative emotions and promoting a harmonious environment. By distributing salt in the corners of the house, you are symbolically purifying the environment and allowing good energies to flow freely. If your home has areas that feel particularly heavy or stagnant, try this practice. It can completely transform the environment, making it more welcoming and balanced. Like in the story, you'll notice that the atmosphere becomes lighter and that harmony is established in your home. Living spaces, such as living rooms and common areas, are places where family energy concentrates. Keeping these areas energetically clean is essential to ensure harmony and well-being for everyone who lives there. Placing salt in strategic places, such as shelves or under furniture, can help purify and protect these spaces. In Buddhist traditions, it is believed that salt can harmonize energy, promoting an environment of peace. In an ancient story, a family lived in constant conflict. A wise man suggested they place salt in strategic locations in the common areas, such as shelves and under furniture. Gradually, the conflicts ceased, and peace was restored. Salt acts as a filter that absorbs tension and negative emotions, creating a more balanced and conducive space for family interaction. By placing salt in discrete spots in the living areas, you are ensuring that the energy flow in this space is always positive. This practice can be especially useful in homes with a lot of movement or tension. The salt will work silently, filtering negative influences and promoting an atmosphere of peace and harmony for everyone who lives there. The bedroom is one of the most important spaces in our home, as it's where we recharge our energies and prepare for the next day. Placing salt in the bedroom, whether in the corners or under the bed, is a practice aimed at purifying the environment and promoting deep, restorative rest. In Buddhist wisdom, the bedroom is seen as a sacred place where the body and mind must find tranquility. A story tells of a man who suffered from constant insomnia. After consulting a monk, he was advised to place salt under his bed. Surprisingly, his insomnia disappeared, and he began to sleep peacefully. Salt, when placed in the bedroom, helps create a light, conducive environment for rest. It absorbs any negative energy that might interfere with your sleep, ensuring that you can regenerate both physically and spiritually. If you have trouble sleeping or feel restless during the night, this practice can make a big difference. By purifying the bedroom environment, you're creating a space of serenity where your body and mind can relax and renew themselves. We often focus only on the interior of our homes, but external spaces also have a profound impact on the energy of our lives. Placing salt in the garden or on the balcony is a way to ensure that protection and prosperity start from the outside and spread throughout the home. In Buddhist traditions, the external environment is seen as an extension of the home's energy. A story tells of a family that, after facing a series of misfortunes, was advised to spread salt around the garden and on the balcony. Over time, prosperity returned to their lives, and the house became a place of peace and abundance. When placed in external areas, salt creates a barrier that prevents negative energies from entering your home. Additionally, it attracts prosperity and abundance for the family, protecting the home from the outside. By spreading salt in these areas, you are expanding protection and ensuring that positive energy circulates not only inside the house, but also around it. This way, your home becomes a true sanctuary of peace and prosperity.